Today must be a really difficult day for all of you who've been involved with this charity. It's a charity that's been run with a lot of heart and a lot of care. What can you tell me about what has happened and what's going on at the moment?
Well, I guess things are happening so fast, but I think at the crux of it is that we as members of the board and the trustees on the board had come to a crossroads in terms of how the charity was performing under the stewardship, I guess, of the chair of the board, who had the primary responsibility for stewarding the entity. I think it became clear that since her appointment in 2023, at the time she came on board, the charity was in a very good space finance-wise. I mean, it's very good space by all accounts. But I think things came to a head at the end of last year when it seemed that we're not doing as well as we knew ourselves to be, and that the future didn't look as bright as it was. And I think so, as is natural in an organization, we had to sort of look inwards and see how we deal with it, and then look at how the situation came to be.
When you talk about stewardship, can you give me some idea of what you specifically mean? Do you mean around finances, fundraising, or the kind of the direction that the charity was being taken in?
I think the entirety of all three components, I think, go into what stewardship. So you have oversight responsibility, you have fundraising responsibility, and you have financial management responsibilities, and those all go in towards how the entity functions in the space defined for it and how it survived in that space.
The chair has made some incredibly serious allegations in her statement, including allegations of harassment, bullying, misogyny, misogynoir. As one of the trustees, how do you respond to those allegations?
They came to me as a surprise, because I've been in all the meetings I've been involved in. There's never been even a hint of such. I do understand that in any interaction among people of different opinions and different views, when things are not clear, or when people feel that they're not being listened to, sometimes there's the raising of voices, but it happened across with everybody. And so I can honestly say, in my experience, in the meetings I was present in, there was never even a hint of such. So I don't know how that came about. I don't know if it happened in any one particular meeting when I happened not to be there, but the general tone and conduct of the board has been one of respect for each other, accommodating each other's opinions and inputs, and speaking with respect to each other. So this all came as a shock to me when I heard.
What about the future of the charity now? Because you have two patrons who were so personally invested in this charity stepping away. Trustees like yourself have now stepped away. What is the fate of Sentebale?
Before talking about the fate, I can just touch on, I guess, the beginnings of the entity, because I was there at the very beginning. I recall personally hosting Harry during his gap year. He happened to be in Lesotho. It happened to be during the Rugby World Cup in New Zealand. I happened to have an oversized TV, and so they spent most of their time watching the World Cup in my place with Prince Yesu leaving him there. And I think the initial discussions around this started in that grouping, in the 8 weeks he spent here traversing the country with Prince Yesu. They saw, what was amazing to me was that they saw, it brought out in them what I saw in their mothers. I mean, I was very close to Prince Yesu's mom. And like everybody else, I was very aware of what Princess Diana was doing. And it seemed to me that they came to being again in the being epitomized by both their sons. And their supporting children became sort of a natural element of what they did, just, I guess, because of who their mothers were. So I was privileged to have been there at the very beginning. I insisted amongst many years on being a part of the organization over years, and I was very happy when I was finally included in the board, and so that I could help contribute to it. So, and I've seen what has happened, how the entity has, the charity has grown, the impact it's had. I mean, it started looking male after head boys in Lesotho and has grown to expanding to the magnificent program that it does now. I've been involved in a program as well to
royal family failed to correct the narrative, leaving her feeling silenced
shoulder with any
and
of the big
unprotected.
international organizations.
The Duchess of Sussex also shared how the lack of support from the royal family impacted her mental health. She explained that during her time as a working royal, she struggled under the intense scrutiny and criticism from the media, with little to no help from those in positions of power within the palace. Meghan described the experience as isolating, saying she felt abandoned during one of the most challenging periods of her life. Since stepping down as senior royals in 2020, Meghan and Harry have continued to reveal more about their strained relationships with members of the royal family. Their decision to step back was a turning point, allowing them to speak freely about the pressures they faced and the lack of understanding they experienced from key figures in the monarchy.
When you talk about
the couple has
and,
shared these insights in
talk
interviews,
about
public
that really
appearances,
personal
and
connection
their
that
Netflix
you've had right from the
docuseries,
beginning. I can hear
creating an ongoing
that pain
dialogue
from you.
about the struggles of
Have you
navigating
spoken
life
to
as
Prince
part
Harry
of the
today
royal
about it?
family.
The
tension between Meghan, Harry, and the rest of the royals remains a major topic of discussion worldwide. Many supporters of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex commend them for their bravery in speaking out and shedding light on issues like mental health, racism, and media harassment. However, critics argue that their public disclosures have caused unnecessary rifts within the family. Meghan's claims about feeling silenced and unprotected highlight deeper issues within the institution, raising questions about whether the monarchy truly supports its members during times of personal hardship. As the couple continues to live independently in California, their revelations have left a lasting impact on how people view the royal family and its inner workings. What are some examples that clearly show what Meghan meant by the lack of support from the royal family? And what impact has it had so far? An obvious lack of support. Meghan Markle opened up about her emotional struggles, stating that the royal family had failed to protect her during challenging times. She explained that the situation worsened after her marriage to Prince Harry, leading her to a difficult realization. Meghan said it was hard to accept when she understood that she wasn't being protected, and that the family was willing to lie to safeguard other members. She also expressed her heartbreak over the lack of truthfulness, explaining that the family wasn't willing to tell the truth to protect her and Harry. Her words revealed her deep sense of betrayal, as she felt abandoned by an institution expected to provide support. One of her most shocking claims was about a family member raising concerns about the potential skin color of her son, Prince Archie, before his birth in 2019. Without naming the individual, Meghan mentioned discussions about how dark Archie's skin might be, suggesting underlying racial prejudice within the family.
So we had in tandem the conversation of he won't be given security, he's not going to be given a title, and also
the statement,
concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
She
explained that these remarks added to the
Hello, Royal Sussex Squad. Welcome back to the channel that's all about celebrating Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Before we dive into today's discussion, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update. And if you appreciate our content, consider supporting us through the Super Thanks feature. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest and most uplifting news about our favourite royal couple. Today, we're addressing the recent controversy surrounding Sentebale, the charity co-founded by Prince Harry and Prince Seiso of Lesotho. Established in 2006, Sentebale has been a beacon of hope, providing vital support to children and young people affected by HIV/AIDS in Lesotho and Botswana. The charity's name, Sentebale, meaning forget-me-not in Sesotho, is a heartfelt tribute to their late mothers, Princess Diana and Queen Namahato, both of whom were deeply committed to humanitarian causes. Recently, the media has been abuzz with reports of internal disputes within Sentebale. The chairwoman, Dr. Sophie Chandauka, has leveled serious allegations against Prince Harry and the Board of Trustees, accusing them of harassment, bullying, misogyny, and even misogyny. These claims have led to an investigation by the UK's Charity Commission. However, it's crucial to approach these allegations with a discerning eye. Prince Harry and Prince Seiso, along with the entire Board of Trustees, resigned from their roles, citing an irreparable breakdown in relations with Dr. Chandauka. In their joint statement, they expressed deep sorrow over the situation, emphasizing their commitment to Sentebale's mission and the well-being of its beneficiaries. It's also worth noting that Dr. Chandauka's allegations have been met with skepticism by those who have worked closely with Prince Harry. Many have attested to his integrity, compassion, and commitment to creating a positive work environment. The timing and nature of these accusations raise questions about their validity and the motivations behind them. In the face of adversity, Prince Harry and Meghan have consistently demonstrated resilience and grace. They've channeled their energies into initiatives that promote mental health, gender equality, and social justice. Their actions speak louder than any tabloid gossip or unfounded allegations. As supporters of the Sussexes, it's our responsibility to look beyond the headlines and seek the truth. We must stand by them, recognizing their genuine efforts to make the world a better place. Let's not allow baseless claims to tarnish the legacy of a charity that has done so much good. Thank you for tuning into today's episode of Royal Sussex Squad. If you enjoyed this discussion and want to stay updated on all things Harry and Meghan, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Your support means the world to us, and if you'd like to contribute further, consider using the Super Thanks feature below. Every bit helps us continue to bring you content that celebrates and uplifts the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Until next time, stay positive and keep supporting the causes that matter.